Wednesday, so time for our Pastor's Corner Devotional. This devotional series, we're looking at this idea of hope and what it means for us. So if you have a Bible, I want to invite you to look at Isaiah chapter 40, verse 31. Isaiah 40, verse 31. It says, "Those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint." As we start off your devotional today, I want to ask you a very simple question to consider. If you have a piece of paper or your phone with you, maybe just type it down. I want to ask you this question. What are the top 3 things that drain you? What are the top 3 things that drain you? They just take all your energy away. They just make you feel tired after you're done. What are those top 3 things? For me, part of it is just busyness. When you're too busy, when I'm doing too many things at once and I've been just going at a breakneck pace, that's something that can drain me. People, I know I'm a pastor, but people can drain me. I'm an introvert by nature, and when I'm around a lot of people and having a lot of different multiple conversations back to back to back, it's really draining. In fact, I found that even during this time, all the Zoom meetings I have, after I'm done, I just feel so tired. I just feel so drained after a Zoom meeting even. So people for me also tend to drain. So what drains you? Some things that could probably drain you are people like me, unkind people especially, or really critical people. After going through a meeting or being around someone who's just complaining all the time, it just takes all the energy out of you. Maybe it's a schedule. You have a bad schedule because you're working from home, but at the same time your kids are interrupting and you can't quite get what you want done. You can't quite focus. So an unbalanced schedule. Oftentimes I also find that guilt also drains us. Maybe we feel guilty about things. We feel guilty that I'm not doing enough for work or I'm not spending enough time with my kids. And so we have all these different things that kind of feed into that. And the idea also of just negative exposure, things that are just negative are all around you, like the news. The news just tends to be all this negativity, and that can be very draining as well. So all these things can drain us. So my question now is this: what is one thing that you do to recharge yourself? How do you recharge yourself after you've been drained? How do you recharge your batteries? So for some of us, recharging looks like this: go take a nap. Just stop everything, lie down, take a breath, go find a quiet place and just go hide away from everything. For many of us, it's go take a vacation, right? We just take a vacation, go off to the beach, go off to the cottage, go off to explore some foreign place. But all of that, of course, has changed, right? So some of us, I know we've had vacation plans, but now they're all out the window. And so how are we going to recharge our batteries after we feel all this drainage? So in order to recharge, one of the ways that Isaiah reminds us to recharge is to really get back into our relationship with God. If our hope is in God, if our hope is in the Lord. And so it's a reminder for us to just simply get back in tune with our relationship. So what does that look like for us? Well, we need to be like a rechargeable battery. We're going to plug ourselves back into the source of power, right? So we got to go back to the source of our strength and our energy, which is God himself. So reinvest your time with some worship, praising God. It allows us to get rid of that negativity. It allows us to rethink how to be thankful for the very fact of who God is and what he has done. So take some time to worship God. Take some time to just be in his word. Whether you're reading it or listening to it, allow the words of God to really soak in and just encourage you today. So just take some time in quiet and just take whatever passage it is and chew it over and mull it over and let it just soak in with you. So it's a reminder just for us to reinvest our time in our relationship with God, because if our hope is in God, he does renew our strength. He does renew our strength, and we will soar on the wings of eagles. So that's it for me this week on Pastor's Corner. We'll see you next time. Grace and peace.